Love is a complex forte, its keys so gentle in melody, but thunderous in impact. It can lift you beyond the clouds or bury you in silence. Sometimes the ones we love the loudest are the ones who barely hear us. You feel drawn to him, completely, painfully, without reason. But he doesn't feel the same. Not with the same depth, not with the same ache. And yet, you stay. Why? Because dark psychology plays tricks on the heart. He gives you just enough to keep you hooked, then pulls away. You confuse the chase for love, the silence for mystery, and the pain for passion. But this isn't love. It's a loop, one built on emotional manipulation, not mutual connection. If you've ever loved someone who only shows up halfway, this will hit deep. First, let's examine the truth behind your attachment in this light. You love him. You wait for his texts like they're lifelines. You reread old messages, looking for warmth between the lines. You make excuses for his silence. He's busy. He's tired. Maybe he's just not good at expressing himself. You say. You give him your time, your energy, your heart, without hesitation. But deep down, you know. You know he doesn't love you back. Not in the way you crave. Not in the way that feels safe.
So why do we chase people who wouldn't even care to cross a room for us?
Let's break it down in 3 simple perspectives. 1. The chemical bond. Love isn't just emotional, it's chemical. When you fall for someone, your brain releases a cocktail of oxytocin and dopamine, bonding chemicals that make you feel connected, elated, alive. But when that love is one-sided, the brain doesn't recognize the danger. Instead, it clings harder. Unrequited love doesn't create connection, it creates obsession. The more they withdraw, the more your brain chases the reward. Every unanswered message becomes a cliffhanger. Every cold reply becomes a puzzle you need to solve. It's not that he's irresistible, it is that your brain is trapped in a cycle, craving the hit of closeness that never lasts. This isn't love, this is addiction. You're not drawn to him because he's good for you. You're drawn to him because you're trying to fix the feeling of rejection. You're not chasing him, you're chasing your own worth, reflected in someone who won't give it to you.
2. Your heart says, stay. You tell yourself, if I just love harder, maybe he'll see me. If I'm patient enough, he'll change. If I become what he wants, maybe I'll finally feel wanted. But love shouldn't be something you have to earn. And yet, for many, that belief runs deep. Maybe you grew up learning that love had to be fought for, that it came with conditions. Maybe attention felt scarce, so now you chase it like it's survival. You hold on to the little moments, the brief smiles, the rare affection. You confuse their occasional attention for affection, but breadcrumbs are not a meal, and false hope is still false. He's not emotionally unavailable, he's emotionally uninterested. He's capable of effort, just not for you. And yet here you are, waiting, hoping, hurting. You don't stay because of what is. You stay because of what you wish it could be. 3. The truth you're afraid to hear.
Here's the part no one wants to admit. If he wanted to, he would. If he truly saw your worth, you wouldn't have to convince him. Love doesn't hide behind mixed signals. It doesn't leave you anxious and second-guessing. You deserve more than almost love, more than maybes, more than being someone's second thought. And the hardest truth of all, he's not the one who needs to change. You are. Not because you're broken, not because you're not enough, but because somewhere along the way you forgot that you already are. You keep giving pieces of yourself, hoping it'll make someone whole. But your healing doesn't come from being chosen by him, it comes from choosing yourself. You're not unlovable, you're just offering your love to someone who doesn't value it. And that says nothing about your worth, but it says everything about where your healing needs to begin. Let him go. Not to prove a point, not to make him miss you, not for revenge. Let him go because you finally remember who you are. Let him go because you're tired of begging for love that should have been freely given. Let him go because your peace matters more than his potential. Let him go, not because he didn't love you, but because you've realized you deserve love that feels safe, certain, and mutual. And that begins the moment you stop chasing someone else and start coming home to yourself. If this feels like you, comment "I release him" if this spoke to your soul. Subscribe for more emotional clarity and healing stories. Share this with someone who's still loving someone who doesn't love them back. Thank you for watching.